Hey everyone, Nuno here and welcome to another GTA Online video. Now, I've been asked a few times by friends and also I've seen some comments on my videos asking me about how to make money or even millions really fast on GTA Online. So today I've decided to try and go through it, highlighting the positive and negative points of all the legit methods that I know about making money, and hopefully it will give you guys some highlights and how you can get money really fast using the legit methods that are available out there. So before starting, I just want to say I'm not gonna do glitches. I know there are probably faster methods and they give a lot more money, but they can also get you guys banned. So this video is only about legit methods of making money on GTA Online. Okay, so let's start this video. The first method that I will talk about is probably the fastest method of making money, and that is by using the shark cards, shark cash cards. Like I said, the positive point of this is that you can make really fast money and a lot of money, because you buy the card and you use that card and you get the money instant. That's it. There's no other methods that is faster than this one. Now the negative point of using the shark cards is that you have to use your real life money, so you have to use euros or dollars or even pounds, and basically it's not cheap, you know. It's not something that you do need to spend some money. So that's a negative point, but as a fast point is you get money really fast, and you know it's a really positive point about it. Second method is heists. Now heists, they're extremely fun to do when you do them with your friends, and you can do a lot of money using heists. But, and these are the negative points of heists, is that you cannot do them solo, so you have to do with friends or random people. Now the problem with random people is it may not be as fun doing it when you do it with your friends, and you could even take a lot of time doing it with random people because you don't know what they do. You know, you don't know if they're good players or not, and if they don't know what they're doing, and maybe they just want to screw you up, then you have to repeat those missions, and when you repeat those missions it takes time, of course. So that's one negative point of doing heists. There's other points. One of them is doing heists takes time because you have to do all the setups, and after you do the setups then you do the heist itself. And if you are the host of that heist, you only receive money when you do the heist. You don't receive any money from the setup, so that's also another negative point. But still, heists do give a lot of money, and it's a good way of making a lot of money fast, kind of. The third method is contact missions. Now contact missions is probably the method that most people probably use to grind, or grind. I think it's grind, right? And the good thing about contact missions is that most of them can be done solo, so you can do them by yourself, and they can be done really fast, and you can do fast alone or with friends. Of course that if you have friends it's even faster. There's also a lot of content when it comes to these contact missions. There's like a lot of missions to do, a lot of different missions to do in fact, and it's it's a lot of fun, I could say that. Uh, as a negative point, you can say that they don't give that much money. So a mission, it's not, the contact mission doesn't give. I think it's like, it's between, I could say between maybe 2k to 20k. So between that, it depends on the time you spend doing the mission. And also, it can eventually become a boring grinding process, because eventually you will repeat the missions that you take less time and that give you more money. So as a negative point, it could be kind of annoying, but it's still one great way of making money and really fast. The fourth method is doing the CEO and the MC missions. Now, these missions can give you a lot of money, especially when you are dealing with special cargo, drugs from the MC club, full warehouses from the CEO missions, and also the import-export cars. They can give you a lot of money by just doing that. They can also be fun to do if you have friends that you can rely on. So you can make a lot of money with them, and yeah, it can be extremely fun. As a negative point, you can say that you need to do those missions. You need to play the game on a public lobby, and when you're playing on a public lobby, you have to deal with other players that they will try to screw you up because they get paid to do that. Every time you get a crate or every time you get a car, all the other players on the session, they will be notified, and they will have the opportunity to steal your car or destroy a cargo. And basically what happens is they get money or a bonus for doing that, and you lose money. So basically, in fact, the CEO and MC missions, they can give you a lot of money, but they can make you lose money. It happened to me before, so it probably happens to everyone. But it's still a lot of fun, and if you do end up the missions without any problems, you can do a lot of money. The fifth method, this one is selling rare NPC cars. Now, selling rare NPC cars, I could understand as not being probably the best method. And why? Because basically you can only sell one car every 49 minutes in on the Los Santos Customs shops. Um, these rare NPC cars, they're not easy to find, most of them. That's why they are rare. And also they don't give you that much money. I mean, you can, I think tops, you can go up to 20k, so it's not as much money as you probably want. But the positive or the pro of these rare NPC cars is that you can store those cars in your garage and then sell them later on. And if you don't want to sell them, if you want to get them only for your collection, then it's also a nice thing to do. So it's not really a profitable way, but if you combine this with all the other methods, then you can. It's a bonus. It's something more that you can make money of. Now the sixth method is by doing public lobby events. Now sometimes Rockstar will you're playing on a public lobby, you're doing your CEO missions, or you're just cruising out with your friends, maybe doing some AVOC or havoc, destruction on the city, and then you have like this special event that's gonna happen in a few seconds, and you have to grab an airplane and fly upside down for as long as you can, or just go to the checkpoints and grab the money. So the public lobby events, they're extremely fun to do, and they can be a good way to clear your mind from boring grinding and and all that boring process of You have to make as much money as you can. And the fun fact is, although you can clear up your mind from all that process, you still make money. You still make money. The negative point of it is that there's a lot of competition, because if you are in a full public lobby or public session, there's going to be so many players, like up to 30 players, and uh, in fact you don't receive that much money, and you have so much competition because only the three best players, or best times, or depending on the event, but only the three best ones will get rewarded, and therefore it's kind of complicated, I guess, but still a lot of fun to do. Now the seventh method is races. Now, if you want to race, and the question is, why would you want to race? Man, race is something that is extremely good if you are tired of all those missions and grinding methods that we've been talking about before. And basically you can race with your car or with your own bike, and it can be fun. It can be something fun to do. Also, if you win the race, you can make a lot of money, depending on if you bet or not on that race. As negative as a negative point, races can be extremely hard to do earlier on the game, since you don't have enough money to get the best cars and to get the best upgrades. And if you don't win the race, then you don't make as much money as winning. I mean, you still do make money, but not as much. But still, it's a great way of clearing up your mind, a little bit like the public lobby event. So it's something that you're tired of doing the missions, you're tired of doing the heists, you're tired of doing the CEO and MC Club, and you just want to have a little bit of fun with your friends or with random people, and you just want to race. That's a good way of clearing up your mind and having fun and still make some money out of it. Now, the last way of making money is with special events. Now, special events is something that there's like once in a while Rockstar will have like a special weekend event where RP and money will have like bonus, and normally they do this to events like adversary mode missions, or sometimes even CEO missions, sometimes contact missions. But if you use those events, you can make a lot more money, because normally it's like double RP or double the money, double the experience. You get more money out of those. So use those weekends, use them to make more money, and also to level up your character. As a negative point is, basically, depending on the event, you don't you see you can make a lot of money, but you can also spend a lot of money doing it. I remember that a few weeks or a few months ago, there was this special adversary mode, and it was double money, double experience. I just went there, I just played a little bit it. Well, I tried to play a little bit, but I couldn't, because there was like 20 rounds, and each round would take like 5 minutes or even more, and it would take like a lot of time just to complete that mission. So as a negative point, it always depends on the kind of event that's gonna be in promotion, or in the feature. But as you can see, you can make a lot of money out of it, but it's not as fast as you probably would want to, and also it depends on the event itself. It's not always the same event, and you have to be on the lookout to see which one is the event you want to do. Now, I know I've been spending a lot of time trying to explain the positive and negative points of each of the legit methods of making money that I know. But how can you use them to make money really fast? So, in the end, there are many ways of making legit money on GTA Online, but it's up to you to select the best way of making that money, and that means it's up to you to select a rotation of how you're gonna do all that grinding process. So I'm gonna leave in here in this right now in the video a small suggestion. It doesn't mean it's the best one. It doesn't mean it's the one that gives you more money. It doesn't mean that is the the holy grail of making money and making it fast. It's just a small suggestion. It's something that I do most of the time, but you can always do it, and I'm not gonna say upgrade it, but you can always set it up to your preferences, so how you prefer it to be. So the first thing I normally do when I start the game and when I log in is, if I have a car, a rare NPC car to sell in my warehouse, I'm gonna sell it. That's the first thing, because after selling it I know I have to wait 49 minutes, and during those 49 minutes it's enough time to do something else. And normally what I do next is I register myself as a CEO or on the MC Club, and I do those missions. But if I don't have, but if I'm not registered, or if I don't want to do a CEO mission, then I'm gonna do a heist. And after I finish a heist, if I still have minutes left from those 49, I'll do contact missions. And when it ends the contact missions and the 49 minutes are gone, I'm gonna repeat the entire process, and I'm gonna sell another car, and then I'm gonna do CEO missions or heists, and then I'm gonna do contact missions, and I repeat. And I'll do this until I'm tired or until I have no more cars. When that happens, then I relax, and when I mean I relax, I'll do some kind of race, or even I'll do some kind of special lobby event if there's any available, or even I could just go and try to steal rare NPC cars. And there's different ways of doing it. Some of them are easy to get, other of them are not that easy, but that's what I do. Also, in the end of things, in the end of this video, basically, because we're reaching the end, because it's already a long time, if you don't want to grind and you have real money that you don't mind spending, just buy a shark card, because that's the fastest way, and you're gonna make a lot of money out of it. Of course you're gonna spend your real life money, but you know, you spend your money, you get money on the game. That's how it works. I know there are many websites that sell these cards for a lot less money, or a lot cheaper than the Rockstar website, but the safest way is definitely buying on the Rockstar website. You can buy it inside the game. You just press, this is on PC, okay, but you just press the escape menu, and you have there the options, okay. Anyways guys, that's it. I hope it was useful for you guys. I hope I did express myself and I explained it as best as I could, and it was good enough for you guys. If someone knows different ways of making money, legit ways I mean, please leave them on the comments, because there's always a lot of ways of making money on GTA Online, and probably I've missed a few. So just leave down below in the comments. Like always, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like and a comment, and I will see you guys soon. Cheers.